ask you about championships and about world championships, because now we're in the brand split era, which you've been in before in WWE, and there are two now championships. There's the WWE World Championship and the WWE Universal Championship. Does it hurt having two titles at the top of the tier?
I think it does. And I was always a proponent for having the one unified champion across the board that could go to either brand because it could keep him fresh on both brands. Go work a program over here on SmackDown, then come back and work a program on Raw. Two different programs at two different times. The other thing it does is it gives each brand something to work for that's different. And there's so many championships.
I know.
I'm not a big fan of a lot of championships.
Two women's titles, two tag titles, two world titles,
and
U.S. and IC.
They do the brand split to be different, but yet they commingle.
Yeah.
And
they're already in this situation now where they're writing in the storyline, well, some contracts are running out, so people are starting to move.
Right.
They're going in that direction. And, I mean, I just feel like they've opened Pandora's box. The moment you add that second championship, now everybody has to have a title.
The moment that they did Brock and Randy, come on, you do the brand split, but here we've got Brock and Randy.
And it's going to be our main event.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
But
then all your commercials, everything in it, you've still got a Raw highlight package on SmackDown. You've still got a SmackDown highlight package on Raw. It's the same. It all just blends together and becomes confused, and it becomes gray, and you lose the red and blue, and it just becomes,
So do you think that two titles inherently, like the two world titles, they lessen each other, right? I mean, they come down a peg because because to me, AJ won the world title, and it's amazing to see him as the world champion, but there's also another world champion in the same company. So is he really the top guy, or is he one of the top guys? Is he a top 5 guy? You know what I mean?
He's the top guy on Tuesday night.
He's the top Tuesday night guy.
Right.
and that's so he's one of two top guys.
Instead of having a top guy on Tuesday, a top guy on Monday, that are both wanting to be the main guy
of the whole
thing. If you're going to have the whole thing, which they do, they're not separate, then go ahead and give me something above it all. Have that WWE champion, have your Raw champion, have your SmackDown champion. Get rid of the Intercontinental Championships. Have your tag team champions. I would have cruiserweights on one show, and I would have women on the other show. And only have one women's champion, have one cruiserweight champion. Pick it. But the only place you can see the female athletes is on Tuesday night. The only place you can see the cruiserweights is on Monday night. Make them different.
Give them a reason to watch one or the other.
Yeah.
Because to me, there's the NFC Championship in football. There's the AFC Championship, but there's only one Super Bowl champion.
There's only one Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And the only time, they come together is at WrestleMania. Once.
One night only.
Yes.
So with that being said, do you feel like the brand split has been a failure so far? And furthermore, do you feel like the brand split was even necessary in the first place?
I hate to say it's a failure. I mean, it's still new. I love the fact of SmackDown going live. I think that live television, that's an element that is important to the business. I think it allows you to give people a can't miss. I need to watch it live. Mm-hmm. Live TV to me is just better. I'd rather watch a live football game than a taped football game. And I tape everything. But I don't tape football. And don't ask me why.
It just has a weird feeling when you watch it later.
It does.
Because someone already knows what happened. And,
right.
It's like the excitement's out of it.
Yeah, I have a hard time watching the pay-per-views on the network not live. Because I want to be in the moment. I want to be watching it live as this is happening.
Well, and it can be spoiled for you as well.
Right.
Right. But, that's interesting that you bring that up because this past Monday night, Raw had its lowest rating that it's had since July 4th of last year. Now, it did go up against 2 Monday Night Football games, but the second Monday Night Football game was the lowest rated Monday Night Football game since 2008. So my question is, why is Raw having a hard time attracting new viewers and keeping them, considering there's now this brand split? Do they need to do a better job, or are people just consuming the product less on live television or differently? Like, what's happening here
I think
in your
that
mind?
consumers are enjoying the product on so many different forms, so many different outlets, that ratings are not what they used to be. The importance of ratings, that's passé. It doesn't mean what it used to mean. We used to live and die by the ratings.
Right.
Now it's, okay, well, that is what it is. But you've got the network. You've got 5 hours of live television in 2 days to consume. Raw is too long. 3 hour. I don't watch any. I find it hard to watch something for 2. I find it hard to watch an hour program. But to sit there for 2 hours, to sit there for 3 hours and invest your time watching a program,
It's tough.
it's tough. It's really, really tough. But the ratings, I don't think that the ratings have the same meaning that they had before. I don't think that people consume the product the same way. You've got the network. There's so much that you can watch. You've got these TV apps, the Fight TV app, where people can go on and watch everything. The NWA has something going on out there. Everybody's got something. You got podcasts and stuff every single day about something.
I mean, this show's on 5 days a week. People are always listening to this, so they don't have time for
both
Raw.
of us.
Yeah,
yeah, all three
of us. Yeah.
But no, I mean that's where it's funny, because I'll have every once in a while one guy or another will say, you should do 2 shows a week, or you should do, please, as Pat Patterson would say. I do believe there is a point of saturation where enough is enough and people are just going to start puking it up.
Yeah.
And we're close.
What's up, guys? Booker T, 5-time champ. September, here we come. The Harlem Heat reunion. Booker T and Stevie Ray back together again at the old ECW arena. Oh, the Harlem Heat is coming.